I just saw Lee Whannell's The Wolfman. I didn't realize till after this movie, this is the same director as 2018's Upgrade and 2020's The Invisible Man, which I really loved. I do think whoever edited this film, and I don't know if it was Lee Whannell, I assume it was someone else, kind of screwed Lee Whannell, because I think the footage that Lee Whannell shot is a lot better than the overall edit of the film. The score and the music edited into this movie is so overbearing at times, and it just overpowers the scenes. It's just too much, and it feels very much like a studio horror movie because of that, where a lot of moments, if you would have left just no music and would have left just silent, it would have been a lot scarier. I do think Lee Whannell did a great job for the most part directing all the horror, tension, suspense scenes. This movie was a pretty solid Wolfman movie, and I did overall like it. The things I didn't like is the dialogue. I thought was really bad at times. I didn't buy into the relationships for the first half of the movie because, like, even though the actors were giving good performances, the dialogue was just kind of painful that they had to deliver, and it kind of screwed them because I just couldn't connect to their characters. I think the dialogue could have been better. I think the editing of the music could have been way better. They're using this overpowering, intense music when they could have just left these scenes silent and let you really feel the moment instead of telling you the moment with this just like overbearing music. I think when we see the perspective of the werewolf itself in this film, it's like this weird blue neon lights. I think they should have just done it in like black and white or something like that. I thought it looked a little bit cheesy. There's stuff in this movie that reminds you that it's a studio horror movie that's going to make classic studio horror cliches instead of like a more independent artistic horror film. Lee Whannell, I think, did a good job directing the horror scenes of this movie, and he had a fun spin on the Wolfman premise, but overall it just felt a little bit too studio for me. The music was a little too intense, the dialogue was a little bit too cheesy, and it kept it from being a great film for me. But overall, The Wolfman was pretty fun, and usually the first film of a new year in January is pretty bad, especially if it's a horror movie. This one was pretty good. If I were to give The Wolfman a grade, I would give it a B-. That's it. What'd you think? Peace.